If you enjoy this podcast and you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. I've provided a link to my Patreon account in the show notes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has supported the show so far. My hope is to keep this show ad-free, and I can do so with your help. Please consider making a small contribution on Patreon today. Self-hypnosis for healing is never to be used in place of medical advice. Hypnotherapy is a self-help modality, and if you suffer from any major mental health or health conditions, please consult your doctor before participating. Never listen to any hypnosis while driving a car or operating any heavy machinery or doing anything else that might be dangerous or require your full attention. I am not, nor do I claim to be, a licensed physician or mental health therapist. I am an American Board of Hypnotherapy certified hypnotherapist. Welcome back to Meditations and Self-Hypnosis for Healing. I'm Elizabeth Catherine, and today we're going to be talking about and having a meditation on world peace. So I have been watching and observing what's going on in the world. And I just thought this would be a really good moment for us to stop and maybe shift our focus from self-work and sort of start aiming for world peace a little bit more. I want to be really careful here because what I want to do is create more space for love and understanding and compassion for each other. And I don't in any way want to incite any anger or more violence. But I want to be really clear that there's some darkness out there while keeping this a safe space. I work really hard to keep this a space where it can sort of be an escape. And that's what hypnosis should be for you, and meditation. It should be a place where we can go internal and remember that you're only the soul, that you are the soul, and that you're temporarily here on this planet. But at the same time, I want to remember that we're temporarily here on this planet, and it's our duty, our job, to keep it safe, to make it better for the next generations of all the beings that live here, animals, people, plants, so that when the next wave of souls comes through, they can continue to make it better themselves and have an easier time here. And sorry if I'm losing you here, but this is the way I see the world. This is how I see it. And so I'm just working from what I know inside of me and trying to make the world better while doing that. So what I'd like to do is shift the focus a little bit to world peace and start to come together in a way that can promote a more peaceful, loving world. And I think we'll probably keep working on ourselves, but from now on, every session, every meditation, every self-hypnosis session will include some form of envisioning world peace. And that's just my little way of contributing, because I do believe it makes a difference. I think energy matters. I think energy matters more than we give it credit for. Actions matter too, but energy matters a lot. And right now, there's a lot of energy out there that is afraid. And the opposite of fear is love and courage and strength. And so that's what I want to encourage us to put out there is love, strength, compassion. So, and I'm not sure if I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again, even if I have. When I was in college, I had a dream. And in this dream, there was this massive gathering of skinheads. Back then it was skinheads. That was the version of racism, KKK, all of that hate had sort of conglomerated into this group that called themselves skinheads, if you're younger and you don't remember that. And now it's evolved. I mean, there's different things now, of course, and we know about those. But this was what they were at the time. And they all had shaved heads. They kind of had like a punk rock vibe to them, tattoos, And not saying that any of that is bad, but I'm just saying this was their look. And they were having some sort of rally. And it was, I mean, it had to have been 10,000, 20,000. I mean, it was a lot of people at this rally, maybe even more. I don't even know. It was a dream. So I didn't count. But in this one little area off to the side, there was a roped off area. It was kind of like fenced off. And in there was these Tibetan monks. And the area wasn't filled up either. It was really deliberate to show me it was just kind of half full. And maybe there was 50, 60 of them. And they were just dancing, loving, having joy together, sharing joy together. And it was so beautiful. Their energy was so beautiful and so strong and just happy, just having fun. And that's all it took was for them to have fun. And their whole thing that they were doing was counterbalancing all that hate. So just a little bit of love and joy and compassion counteracts so much hate. That's what the message was in that dream. And I really feel like more and more and more of that dream has been coming to the forefront of my mind because I think that was this moment. And I think what that dream was telling me about this moment was that with a small amount of love, just a few people, we can counteract some of this hate that's going around. So I'm really this is me inviting you to hop on board, get on the love train, choo choo, and just see what happens. So last night I was at this really fun talk. It was the last of a series that I had been meaning to go to for 10 years in my neighborhood. And I finally made it for the last one, of course, because you're like, oh, well, this is ending. And of course, I was like, why haven't I been coming all this time? It was so great. But I was just sitting in there and thinking, I could feel it. So the speaker was talking so impassionately about things that are going on in the world right now and, what we can do to change the tides toward peace. And I could feel it. I could feel that if everybody in that room connected in a feeling of love and peace and compassion and sort of focused on vibrating that love, emanating that love from you, sending it out, however you would envision that yourself, I could feel the difference it would make. I really believe in this. So the other thing I wanted to say is that I am an idiot and I realized I can do the YouTube live from my phone while I'm recording so I don't have to double up because time is actually kind of a thing for me. Don't have a lot of it, but I want to keep doing this and I do want to have the live going so that we can have a place where we can sort of meet up, come together. Because when everybody's focused on one thing at the same time together, it creates something more powerful. So if everyone is together and we're doing our self-healing, it makes that magnified. If we're doing world healing, it also magnifies that. So with all of that in mind, I'd love to invite you to come 10 o'clock Central US time. So that's Chicago time if you use a world map. And we're going to do this live every week on YouTube, finally. I'm pretty sure I cracked the code and I know how to do it, but regardless, next week it'll be live either way. And what we'll do is we'll do this meditation. I'll do the talk, the meditation, all of it. And then, even if you can only come on and say, I'm here in spirit, and you have to go back to work, that's great. Just check in. I'm mulling an idea. I may do an end meditation, say at 11 or just after if we're still wrapping up with the first meditation. And we'll do sort of a prayer for world peace at 11. Prayer, energetic, it'll be a small, like a 5-minute meditation. So if you're at work or if you're too busy to come in for the whole thing, just come at 11 Central US time. And we'll just take that as our moment to come together in a healing for the world, a world peace moment. We'll send energy out and envision love and connection and courage. So I hope this finds you all well, and I hope that at least some of you resonate with that and hop on and join me live. YouTube, I know it's a weird time, 11 Central for the world peace, and at 10 for the live recording. And so that will be a recording for, the following week. So it will actually be a sneak peek as well at what's going to be coming out the next week. Of course, what I do on the podcast will be edited down and it'll sound a little more professional and things like that. But I just really wanted to have a space where I think it's important that, we start to build a community. It's one of the things that I do best is build community. And I think that with a strong community of love, we can change the world. Completely non-denominational. You can have whatever beliefs you want to join. We're not, starting a religion. We're just praying for peace, meditating for peace, whatever that comfort word is for you. That's what we'll be doing. So anyway, I will see you all then. And until that time, find a way to go out and spread some love into the world. Bye.